Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judith Mutabazi. I work as a senior planner in charge of population and social development at National Planning Authority. As the chair has highlighted, I'm passionate about population issues, and I've been advocating for harnessing the demographic dividend, which I'll give you the details, and it can be attained through multi-sector approach. At NPA, we believe different stakeholders have a role to play in achieving the national goal. Thank you.
I think if Judith, you'll continue, and then the other people will introduce themselves when they speak.
We shall not follow the schedule of presentation because the program has a list of.
I can't read.
This is the first one. The first one was Musao.
Musao where?
Nkora. Christine.
Christine.
No?
Christine, is Christine here?
No. This is Tuesday.
I think we start like that.
Okay.
Just start.
Only that what is there as well.
We have also lost time, so we will expect people to use less time, which is like 6-7 minutes.
Sorry about the technical hiccup.
Can I bring that flash?
No. Outline of your presentation will be on the definition. I'll give you a brief background, the objective, the methodology, the findings and implications, and conclusion. So part of the background on harnessing the DD, we at NPO believe it's a key development strategy for helping us achieve our Vision 2040, and it was also a key strategy for achieving NDP2 to help us achieve our goals and targets. And then this can be earned when the population structure changes to more people in the working age group than dependents. That's what, for those who are not demographers or population experts, basically it's about changing the population structure. And then DD is critical in attainment of human capital and GDP growth. So population is very key if we are to achieve our vision and development goals, because human capital is a key factor of production. That's why we prioritize it at national level. The demographic dividend leads to human capital and resource base, which is critical for accelerating UHC. Because when we're talking of universal attainment of universal health coverage, the people really have to be a key resource for us to focus on. Then, what is the problem that we are trying to address here? With the issue is Uganda will have the high fertility rate at 5.4, which also leads to is caused by high population growth with rapidly declining mortality. Of course, when mortality reduces, more people live longer. That's why we have high life expectancies, and then causing that unfavorable age structure. And we have the second youngest population in the world, where 76% of the population are below 30 years. Then 15 years and below constitute 49%, which causes the highest dependency burden. You know, when more people are not into productive age group, they are more of consumers, and then it gives a burden to the economy to provide the social services and other sectors. If we're looking at also widening our tax base, who will be our target group? So that is why the unfavorable age structure is very important for us to focus on, for us to achieve our Vision 2040. And then the few people who are in the working age group lack the requisite skills and jobs, hence leading to the existing dependency burden. There's need to turn this young population from a burden to a dividend. So that is the demographic dividend we're talking about. So the question was, how can the DD be leveraged to inform the future direction of the country planning and implementation, specifically for universal health coverage? That was the key question I was trying to answer when I chose this topic. So we carried out demographic some modeling using the DEMDIV model, using the recent data sets, census survey, the recent census, which 2014, other survey data, and updated the socioeconomic series for the last 40-year period, and we used 2017 as a base year. And the model established the optimal mix of interventions that would enable Uganda achieve the DD as a precondition for attaining UHC. So the model has two components. One is a demographic component, which also looks at the fertility, the population size is more biased on demographic issues, and then the economic component, which also looks at the interventions we need to have within the economy. Is it the job creation, opportunities, and private partner, public-private partnerships, so that this population that is transiting into the working age group is able to have employment opportunities. And then the baseline data was 2017 information. We had assumptions. We used 3 scenarios. One was the business as usual, if we continue doing the way we are doing things now. The other one scenario was the economic emphasis. Then the other scenario was we combined the economy interventions and human capital scenario. And of course there is also a component of skilling and education. So those were the variables within the model. So one of the findings is that with high fertility, we have this kind of our population structure. This is the pyramid we have. Currently, you can see the population below 10 and 14 years is almost more than this in the working age group. So if we are to achieve our dividend, we'll have fewer children, less dependency, and more people in the working age group. So this is, if we modeled going forward to attain our Vision 2040 targets, this is the kind of pyramid with low fertility, what we intend to achieve. So this is a summary of the findings. I'll not go through all the details, but the ones in red is where we expect high impact for us to help us achieve our, of course, national goals and also development goals. Those are sustainable development goals where we have issues like universal health coverage. We have to focus on reducing the population size. And if you see the baseline, of course, was 2017, business as usual. It will not change much if we continue doing things that we are doing them. Then economy, focusing on investment in the economy, there's some change, but with combined efforts, both economy and other interventions in the education sector to address the human capital component, we come up with almost the targets as our Vision 2040. So you can see the dependency ratio also has raised. Currently, if we're at 97, but we'll have fewer children and more people in the working age group. This is very key. We're working age population, which will increase. Right now we're at 16, but we want more people into the working age group so that they're able to also contribute. If we're talking of national health insurance, how are we going to ensure people contribute, or we finance it? Those are issues of financing, how they are related. So our GDP, of course, it will improve with combined efforts. You can see down here, But if we continue doing business as usual, we still have challenges there. So GDP per capita, our target for the Vision 2040 is 9,500. And you see with this is the sorry for the light, it's not coming out. This line is for the combined effort. This is for only economic emphasis. And this is if we continue doing business as usual, how we are going to grow by 2040, which is almost, if we are 7,203 now. So by 2040, we shall not have achieved our vision goal. But if we do focus on the DD and other interventions from other sectors, then we can be able to achieve our DD. So the implications here are is that we need to promote fertility decline by emphasizing increased access to family planning and sexual reproductive health. This will help reduce the dependency ratio, as it is highlighted in the picture. You saw it was reducing from 97 to 58. Shifting the population structure to a more working population will help support UHC and increase Uganda's GDP per capita. This is very key if we are to achieve our universal health coverage, because the issue is we have issues of implementing. Yes, we want that goal as UHC, but how are we going to implement it? There are various interventions that we need to have in mind to attain. Years of schooling, it's at 4 right now. We need to improve it to 7. This is related to skilling and empowering the young population to support UHC implementation. So that's why the DD issues are very key in helping us accelerate UHC. Then increase the population in employment and invest in sectors for job creation opportunities, for employment and economic growth. If you are looking at widening the tax base and improving on our GDP per capita, then this is very key. The more people are into employment, the more our GDP will improve, the more the tax base, and more people we are able to finance UHC. In conclusion, none of the expected DD and UHC outcomes can be delivered by a single sector. Now that takes me back to the multi-sector approach we're talking about. DD is not something that has to be done by one person. We need to see what is the role of health, what is the role of education, what is the role of finance, what is the role of social development, what is the role of housing, what is the role of water and sanitation. All the various sectors have a role to play to ensure we achieve our DD and UHC outcomes. So the multi-sector approach is very key. Then there is greater need for rationalizing budgeting to the desired results. We need to continue advocating for this. Includes budget for especially the health and education, the social service sectors. We know they are the least funded. But for us to attain our targets, then we need to increase rationalizing of the budget. And then also UHC is a complex process. It's not about a fixed minimum package. It's about making progress on several fronts, such as managing drivers of development outcomes, such as changing demographic profiles. So you can see it's not about saying, okay, everyone should contribute 7,000 and we shall be able to achieve UHC. Because we have non-communicable diseases which are becoming more complex to manage. Will this UHC we are talking about help to address such issues as we also look into addressing the demographic dividend? I thank you very much.
Thank you very much.